Mumbai is in some way a very special city in India, in the sense that there is everything. It's a most city. We have got a lot of pedestrians, we have got a lot of cars, a lot of buses, a lot of trucks, and the only little thing is a space. So the dispute or the conflict is very high. Everybody is a pedestrian. That means those who use car are also pedestrians, those who use bus are also pedestrians. So we should think first of pedestrians.
As a car driver or a car owner, I don't pay even 1 paise, my dear. As a tax, what I pay is one-time registration of my vehicle tax. The authorities do not consider pedestrians as a factor of transport, and therefore their design in development of roads excludes the needs of the pedestrian. As soon as a road is to be widened, they say their idea is to increase the number of carriageways for allowing private vehicles to zoom fast, and that can be done only in a built-up atmosphere by cutting down the pavements. So we remove the pavements, and that is how pedestrians are looked at as a factor of transport. We exceeded 1,02,000 persons died on Indian roads all over the country. This is the highest in the world. Bombay has the gold medal of killing people on the road.
That has observations like that. Typically, about 5% in Mumbai, 5 to 10% depending on the roads, are the buses. About 20% are two-wheelers. About 15% are the 10-15% are taxis, and about 50% are the private cars. Now, this 50% private cars carry only 5 to 6% of the passengers, whereas 10% buses, they carry about 50 to 60% of it. So there is a reverse, something what they call the famous 80-20 rule. So that applies here. That a small number of buses carry a large number of people, and a large number of cars occupying large number of space carry very few people. And it is these people, or it is for these people, the whole road designs, investments are all made. So pedestrians are always ignored. Nothing is done for keeping the pedestrian is at the center of things.
बीएमसी ऑफिस के सामने ही, ई वार्ड के सामने ही झोपड़पट्टी। तो रिहेबिलिट करने के बाद में ये लोग फिर से दोबारा आकर बस गए कि हम जो टैक्स भरते हैं जो लोग, और हमारे टैक्स के पैसे से ही ये लोग जो है ना, इनको झोपड़पट्टी से फ्लैट दिया जाता है। तो ये एक बार इनको फ्लैट दिया गया, ये यहाँ से शिफ्ट होकर चले गए, फिर उसके बाद में फिर इन्होंने आज झोपड़पट्टी दोबारा बना ली है। तो ये कब तक ये सिलसिला चलेगा ये समझ में नहीं आता कि ये ई वार्ड ऑफिस के सामने ये चीज़ हो रही है। कानून का जो रक्षक है उसके घर के सामने ही चोरी हो रही है। एंक्रोचमेंट इन द एंटायर सिटी, लेकिन उसके बाद में भी एंटायर सिटी में ऑर्डर देने के बाद में भी इन लोगों ने कुछ नहीं किया। इसी कोर्ट ऑर्डर के बेस पे मतलब जो है ना, हमने ई वार्ड म्यूनिसिपल ऑफिस में ये लेटर लिखा एज ए सिटीजन एक्टिविस्ट कि आप ये मॉरलेन रोड पे, हमने 5-6 रोडों का जो है ना नाम गिनाया और इन लोगों से रिक्वेस्ट की कि ये 6 रोड जो हैं इस पे बहुत ही सिचुएशन बहुत ज़्यादा ख़राब है और आप इस पर तवज्जो देकर मतलब इसको एनक्रोचमेंट फ्री कीजिए। तो अब ये इनकी चमड़ी इतनी ज़्यादा मोटी हो गई है कि हाई कोर्ट ने अगर इनको ऑर्डर दिया तो उसकी भी इज्जत करना ये लोग नहीं जानते।
BMC tells us there is no one. Police tells us we have got VIP security. How they are paying these officials on a day-to-day basis and a monthly basis? 500 they give monthly and daily 80 rupees to the BMC and 60 rupees to the police. So Why do you think they're going to work for me? What am I giving them? You see, they're talking about curbing the crime. But these are the people who are helping to build the crime. How are they going to curb it?
When you realize how your open spaces are being utilized and how it goes away from your hands, you realize that your area is not in good hands. It's not in hands where people know how they should develop a place.
If I go to ward, F0 ward that is, and the maintenance engineer will tell you, oh, your point is correct, but we cannot do this, take this decision, you have to go to executive engineer of traffic and control at Worli. He says, no, I have to come to site and see the problem ourselves, and then they one day come and then they call me and then they promptly agree, but they say, oh, but this Chowki belongs to hydraulic engineer of Baikala. So he writes a letter to there and again an appointment, again they come, again they agree. Now they say, okay, we will write to ward, from F0 ward to EETC to hydraulic engineer to executive chief engineer road city to back to F0 ward. The letter has come. It has taken 2 years. So they are very expert in just diverting you, though they may be correct. There are number of departments, but when communication channels are available like email and SMS and fax and phones and mobiles and every damn thing is available, why can't they do video conferencing or whatever it takes and take a decision in a day or two? It can be done. It is nothing rocket science. But they don't do it. With this year's BMC budget is 20,000 crore rupees. So it is more than some of the states of India. The problem is known, the solution is known, the money is available, and still, as on today, they have not completed the project. Then why they can't do it? Either the IAS officers are not worth it, or they have no inclination. The attitude is not there. The so-called attitude to work and give results, and nobody is made answerable, first of all.
So we feel that if we make compulsory paved path based on the location, the size of the car, type of the day, that will solve 60-70% of problem. But it is a town. People don't want. I have tried very hard to talk with all the people. People simply change the subject. They don't just reject because they know they can't answer it. So they simply change the subject. I have seen one thing, whether it's municipal commissioner, police commissioner, corporator, standing committee, they change.